Hi everyone, so today I'm going to do a video on a fashion illustration inspired by Glinda, and it's going to be like a Barbie one, but by the way, I'm sick at the moment, so my voice might be a little bit raspy and nasally, but I want to get this video out because I really enjoyed doing this sketch. So to get a good base for your pose and your inspiration, I suggest going on Pinterest or look at magazines, Instagram, get an idea of what you want to do, set your base, and then you can start sketching. I love doing like fashion illustrations and stuff, so I'm just going to show you like a detailed tutorial on like how I do my fashion sketches. So my main focus is to like do the outline, and that just like sets a base, and the main thing you want is to get some inspiration on Pinterest and kind of lay everything out. And when you're using Procreate, it's so important to do layers so you can delete everything. Like, this whole section I'm doing now, I will end up deleting it, so it's just like my foundation at the bottom, or my primer even. So yeah, and then you can like edit things. I'm changing her neck, editing things here and there, making sure everything's perfect, mapping everything out essentially. And if you go on Pinterest and stuff, you can get some really good inspiration on the pose and the way that hair looks when you're illustrating and stuff like that is so important. And I also use I have like an older iPad, and I also have an older Apple Pen, but it does the job. I think that it's slightly pixelated. Procreate does get pixelated when you zoom in close, and then when you zoom far it's not pixelated anymore because it does work on pixels. So if you notice that mine is more pixely than other people's, it's because it's kind of an old iPad, but I still enjoy doing it, and I'm really happy with the final result. So that hand, I probably did it about 50 times, and because and the arm as well, these things just take time. You have to just go over it, zoom back out, go over it again, and if you're starting out, there's no judgment of you literally tracing other people's fashion sketches just so you can get an understanding of the human body, and like how long someone's arms are, how long someone's legs are. Obviously with fashion illustration, like look at her waist, no one's waist looks like that. But when you're doing fashion illustrations and cartoon styled images, it's you can do it however you want. So yeah, so this is my underlayer, and now I'm going to go over with a more darker pen. So I'm using like a liner to do this. So like as you can see, it's extremely pixelated when I zoom in close, but when you zoom out, that pixelation completely goes away and it goes back into being a pen. So yeah, this is how I do my sketches. So I map it out and then I go over the top. See, look how pixelated that is. It's crazy, but it looks good from far away, trust me. When you see the final result, you'll be like, oh yeah, that looks cool. And her eye as well, I felt like her eye was 2 different sizes. So that's the problem when you're zooming in and zooming out. You don't have the proportions properly, so you just have to make sure you do keep zooming out. So I do end up fixing the face completely eventually. Like I add more darkness to the mascara, I make the eyes smaller. You just edit it as you go. And yeah, I was making sure to use a soft colour palette, and I was deciding on my shapes. Did I want to add all the details of the dresses? The dress is so detailed and the colours are just absolutely beautiful, and it's so similar to the Cinderella dress from the movie with Lily James. The colour palette is super similar, but there's something so specifically different about it, whether it's the sleeves or the ruffled sleeves, that just instantly makes me think of Wicked. And yeah, so my like a little review of the movie. The movie was good. I preferred the first one personally. I went with like a YouTube it was like a YouTube thing. I was like invited by YouTube to go and watch it with other content creators, and we had a really nice time. They gave us drinks and food and it was fun. But yeah, the movie was good. The costume was amazing, but obviously the first one was better just because of the songs and stuff. It's like classic, you know, all the songs in the original one, in the first one, they kind of just repeat those in the second one with like different lyrics. Essentially, it's a different tone. The movie is a lot darker and slower, and you know, a little bit more boring because that's just what it is. But it's amazing, and yeah, I love Wicked. I love the costume so much. So yeah, you can see this. I'm going over this hand over and over and over again. How do I do this? How do I put her holding this wand? You know, how do I do this? Does this look right? Does the hand look too big? The thing is, with fashion illustrations, you don't have to draw the fingers. Look at her other hand. It's like, it's literally just long triangles. So yeah, it's that's what fashion illustrations are good for. So yeah, you can see like I've basically mapped out the whole thing now. I really like how it looks. Her dress is so full and voluminous. I'm not a fan of the lips, so I am going to change those. They're too pixelated. I don't like the pencil that I used, so that is going to get changed. And I'm going to go for like a pastel-y, you know, like oil pastel sort of aesthetic with this, mixed with watercolors, mixed media. And I'm just like going over everything, editing things, making sure everything's perfect. Her body just looks slightly like elongated. She looks quite slender and long, whereas Ariana is a lot more petite. But I guess this is my interpretation of the character rather than me specifically making an Ariana Grande illustration. But yeah, I was choosing the colour. Is this colour light enough? Another way to get, so when I do these ruffly sleeves, that is a sheer tulle fabric, so you want to lower the opacity, I don't know the word, transparency. Yeah. So I'm, you know, it's the thing that's so great about fashion sketches is it doesn't need to be perfect. You don't have to put every single detail in. You can just do a line, like you can just literally do a line drawing and it will still look amazing. You know, it just takes time. And yeah, I really like how she looks. I like, you know, like the dress, for example. I did not put in all the details of the dress, all those sequins and all that stuff. You know, it's not all perfectly recreated. It's just like, you know, it's a fun little fashion illustration interpretation of the dress. And yeah, I would definitely recommend you download Procreate, experiment with it, find what works with you, what pencils you prefer. It's a really, really great tool to use because you have watercolors and acrylics and inks and stuff like that with the press of a button, and no mess as well, which is great. So yeah, to get the highlights, I'm experimenting with like the glow and the pattern brushes that you get and stuff. So there's me just going over the face again. Is the eyes okay? I do end up, as you can see, the right eye has less mascara than it's the other way around. The right eye, the left eye has less mascara than the right eye. So I do end up changing that. I changed the lips as well, as you can see. Changing those. By the way, if you guys know if it is my iPad, the reason why it's so pixelated, let me know, because I don't really know why it's so pixelated when I zoom in, but maybe it's just normal. There, I'm putting some blush on her cheeks, and then you can already see like this illustration is completely shaping up, and I'm really happy with how she's looking. I put some blush on the nose. Let me know if you want me to do alphabet as well. Depending how well this video does, I will make this like a, you know, like a I can't think of the words because I'm a bit under the weather. Yeah, I'll make this like a thing. I'll make more fashion illustration drawings. I'll do horror outfits. I'll do alphabet. I can do the Barbie movie, I can do the Little Mermaid movie, like, just let me know. I really love drawing. It's a really great way to calm down and just relax and kind of zone out. And you can see I've got the different colours of the dress, like the pinks and the periwinkles and the blues, and that's how the dress was in the movie. Another thing that the dress had was these tiny little bubble details, which I'm looking at the brushes and I'm finding which brush has that. There's me putting highlights in. You know, we want that dress to have pops of colour. We want it to be vibrant. The dress was almost glowing in the movie. Highlights are super important because it essentially brings your drawing out, so it's like 3D, and that's what you want from when you're doing illustrations. You want there to be an element of shadowing or highlights or both, so there's texture. So now I'm putting in the bubble details. I'm going to make them smaller, and you can see that's literally how the dress was. It had all these tiny bubbles on it that were like sparkly, and then I'm going to put them on this. I'm going to put something on the sleeve because the sleeve had sequins, so I'm going to put stuff on the sleeves. So there's some sparkliness there. I'm going to put sparkles on the dress. There's just so many brushes to use on Procreate. It's so much fun. I love it. So if you are struggling with figures and the way to proportionize things, let me know in the comments, and then I can do like an in-depth video on how I map out the head, the shoulders, the arms, because it is really, really hard, and I struggle with it as well. Having been drawing for so long, I still struggle with it, and sometimes I look at my drawings and I'm like, that doesn't look right, the legs are too short, or the arms are too long, or, you know, it really does take time and practice, and, you know, just go over things a couple times. So now I'm doing her wand, and I'm going to make sure that's super glowy. Not that it was like a lightsaber in the movie, but I'm going to make it glowy just for fun, you know. I'm going to make it like it's sparkly. In the movie, it was literally a piece of glass, but it was really cool. And now this is me sketching it, and then I'm going to decide what I'm doing. I really like this brush that I'm using. It's like a glowing one. It looks pretty. So there, look, it's all glowy now. Looks nice. And then her crown is going to be glowing. I'm going to lower the brightness of it, so you can see the earrings aren't as bright, so I'm going to redo the crown because it looked a bit too glowy. But it was silver, it was shiny, so I'm going to make sure I do that. But yeah, I'm going to leave you with the rest of the video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I really loved the costume and stuff, so yeah, it would be cool if this video does well, and then I can keep making fashion illustration videos because it was really, really fun. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Please do leave a comment if this video was helpful. Leave a comment if you have an idea of what else you want me to do, or if you want me to go more in depth on the video, just let me know. And yeah, thanks for watching. Bye.